These are the top 10 most expensive foods in the world. If y'all know anything about me, you know that I love to eat. I really don't spoil myself much with, just random material things. I'll hang on to the same phone for like 5 years. I guess I did buy some dumbass cars at one point, but food, man. I love me some food. Doesn't always have to be the most expensive food. I like cheap food too, just anything that tastes good, but I am a sucker for a nice meal, for sure. I'll definitely indulge every once in a while, so I'm excited to see this, because at a certain point it just gets ridiculous, and if it's the most expensive food in the world, I bet it's ridiculous. Let's take a look. Okay, special delivery pizza, $4,200.
We start things off with one incredible pizza, one you'll never find on the menu at Domino's. In 2006, world-renowned chef...
First of all, I had Domino's last night. Sorry to pause the video again. Domino's is like... They really stepped it up a notch. Have y'all been inside of it? I don't know if it's the one that's just close to here or what, but the food, delicious. The pan pizza, and I went inside of the Domino's. It is a fucking... They got it down to a science at Domino's. It was like it was a fucking orchestra of pizza making. It was fantastic. Anyway,
Chef Domenico Crolla of Glasgow, Scotland, created a pie intended for a St. Valentine's Day meal, which he dubbed the Pizza Royale 007. It's unclear why he chose the James Bond reference. Perhaps he needed the super spy to hunt down all of his ultimate pizza's ingredients. Among the pie's more extravagant toppings were caviar soaked in fine champagne, choice cuts of smoked salmon and lobster marinated in the finest cognac available. Then, for good measure, he topped off the assembled pizza with a healthy amount of 24-karat gold shavings. Fortunately, all of this decadence was for a good cause. The pie was created to raise funds for the Fred Hollows Foundation, a nonprofit with the goal of eradicating preventable blindness in developing countries. At auction on eBay, the pizza brought home a winning bid of $4,200, snatching the record for world's most expensive pizza from a slightly less extravagant white...
That's one thing I really don't get though, like the gold flakes. Who the fuck wants to eat gold flakes? Like, I don't remember where we were at, but some dessert had gold flakes on it. Can't even taste that shit. That's just
a truffle pie created by London's Maze Restaurant, which is owned by none other than famed chef Gordon Ramsay.
We like Gordon. The Fortress Stilt Fisherman Indulgence, $14,000.
Was once considered the world's most expensive dessert, and it can only be found in one place, at the Fortress Resort and Spa in Sri Lanka. At its base, it's simply a cassata, a traditional Italian sponge cake, but this cake has been tricked out with enough expensive fillings and decorations to make it worth slightly less than your average new car. The cake itself is flavored with a fruit-infused Irish cream and filled with a mango and pomegranate compote with a Dom Perignon Champagne Sabayon. Adorning the dessert will be hand-carved chocolate sculptures of the stilt fisherman, which can be seen throughout the area, along with delicate edible leaves of gold. And to top it all off,
there it is again. That's how they make all these expensive.
Aquamarine stone. This incredibly flavored, sublimely constructed dessert is truly one of a kind. But if you want to indulge, bring your platinum card. The amazing seaside resort may boast sweets starting from only a couple $100, but the stilt fisherman indulgence will tack a hefty $14,500 onto your bill.
Fuck? Do you get to keep that stone? Maybe that's... Oh, now see, this is... Holy shit.
The Fence Gate Inn in Lancashire, UK is home to the world's priciest beef and mushroom pie. It's a traditional dish enjoyed by Brits of all stripes, but this version, as you might have suspected, uses slightly fancier ingredients than tradition demands. To start with, the pie is stuffed with about $1,000 worth of Wagyu beef, which is only obtained from one of 4 breeds of cattle native to Japan. The chef then adds exquisite matsutake mushrooms, which go for about $1,000 per pound. Black truffles and the requisite gold leaf are then added before marinating the entire mixture in 2 bottles of 1982 Chateau Mouton Rothschild red wine, which itself rings up at about $4,200 per bottle. It's then baked inside an expertly prepared crust. The pie is served with champagne and can feed 8 people, which is a good thing because this is one bill you're going to want to split. The entire pie costs $15.
This one here, I mean, it costs $15,900, but that sounded fucking delicious. The way they explained it, there was only a little bit of like edible gold or whatever, but the Wagyu with the nice mushrooms and the truffle and
$15,900, or just a little under $2,000 per slice. But the chef claims that it's totally worth it to experience the best beef and mushroom pie you'll
of course he claims that.
Ever taste in your life.
That man's cashing out on people. Ubari melons. There ain't no fucking melon that costs $29,000.
Melons are
Get outta
something
here.
of a delicacy in Japan since they're difficult to grow there, which can make them pretty pricey. The dansuke, a rare black watermelon grown only on the northern Japanese island of Hokkaido, is the world's most expensive watermelon, but it was put to shame in 2008 by a pair of cantaloupes which sold for over 3 times that amount at auction. The melons, grown in the Yubari region of Hokkaido, were judged along with over 100 others as part of a competition before the auction and took home the top prize. They were purchased by a local restaurant owner and businessman for the princely sum of $23,000.
For what? $23,000 for some melons, dude?
For a time, they were the most expensive melons ever sold. But in 2018, the president of a Japanese fruit and vegetable packaging company commemorated his firm's 30th anniversary by purchasing 2 prize yubaris for the equivalent of $29,251. The melons were kept on display for a couple of months before being cut into pieces which were given away for free to customers, just so a few lucky common people could experience the reportedly otherworldly taste of the king of melons.
Rare melon, okay. Was not expecting to see that. Death by chocolate, here we go. Some nice desserts. Let me guess, gold
Serendipity
flakes.
3 restaurant is a New York landmark, having
I
been
think I've
featured
seen
in
this
several
before.
Hollywood feature films, including one even titled Serendipity, and famous for their frozen hot chocolate, which
I
sounds
have
a
seen
little
this.
counterintuitive, but is apparently so good that Jackie Kennedy once tried to steal the recipe. Serendipity 3 produced a sundae called the
What a
Golden
bitch.
Opulence, which was listed in the
playing.
Guinness Book of World Records as the world's most expensive dessert in 2004, but it only cost a mere $1,000. The restaurant's owners soon decided it was time to outdo themselves, and did they ever. The frozen haute chocolate, a decidedly higher-end version of their famous dessert, is made from a combination of 28 expensive chocolates from Africa and South America.
That bitch come with a gold spoon.
It's topped with 23-karat gold shavings and a truffle imported from France, and the drink is served in a gold-lined crystal goblet adorned with an 18-karat white gold bracelet. Even the spoon it's served with is made of solid gold. And yes, you get to keep all the adornments, which is a good thing, because the frozen haute chocolate will set you back a whopping $25,000.
$25,000? Dude, it takes me like 2 weeks to make that. I'm playing.
Gran
That's
Veas
that'd
Los
be a good
Cabos
2
is a
weeks.
5-star resort in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, an area where you could probably pick up a fantastic taco on any street corner. But if you're looking for a truly singular taco experience and have money to burn, you'll want to stop by Gran Velas Frida restaurant to check out the culinary masterpiece created by executive chef Juan Ligerio Acala. The world's most expensive taco begins with Kobe beef and langoustine, a type of prawn indigenous to Norway. Almost
like
caviar
langoustines.
and black truffle brie cheese are added to the mix, along with a salsa made with exotic morita chili peppers. The taco is served in a gold flake-infused corn tortilla, and you can see what true luxury tastes like for the low price of only $25,000. As long as you've got that kind of money laying around.
I mean, if you just take the gold off of that and then charge like, I don't know, $100 a taco, that shit might. Nah, even then, that probably wouldn't be worth it.
You might as well order drinks, too. A handcrafted white, gold, and platinum bottle of Ley 925 Pasión Azteca Ultra Premium Añejo Tequila can be served on the side for only an additional $150,000.
It's probably better than the Milagro I'm drinking.
Speaking of Alma's caviar, if you end up enjoying it on your incredibly pricey taco, you may want to hunt some down for yourself. It won't be easy. It's made from the pure white eggs of an endangered fish, the albino beluga sturgeon, which is only found in the Caspian Sea. Also, the fish that the eggs are harvested from must be at least 100 years old. As you might expect, this makes Alma's caviar one of the rarest foods in the entire world. Even your average run-of-the-mill caviar is practically synonymous with a luxury lifestyle. But Alma's caviar is so scarce that even those who have the means to sample it might find it hard to come by. The white gold holds a place in the Guinness Book of World Records as the most expensive caviar of all time, around $32,000 for just a kilogram of the stuff. Of course, Chef Alcala over at the Gran Velas Resort seems to have a
I've had caviar, but it's like, that's one of those things that just, it doesn't taste bad. Like, it's not terrible, but I don't get the hype,
source.
bro.
So if you have $32,000 lying around and just have to know what the fuss is all
he
about,
put it on the
maybe
back
he'll
of the
hook you
hand.
up.
Fancy guy. Fancy guy. The pudding to end all puddings.
The Lindith Howe Country House is a 4-star hotel in Windermere, Cumbria, UK. Its head chef, Mark Guibert, knows that his countrymen and women love a good pudding, and apparently reasoned that the very, very rich ones would need a very, very expensive pudding to satisfy their tastes. With this in mind, he created the fanciest pudding on the planet, made from 4 varieties of Belgian chocolate which are considered the best anywhere. Infused through this special blend are essences of peach, orange, and whiskey, along with apple gold leaf and champagne-soaked caviar.
Every
The concoction
time,
is served in in an edible Fabergé egg. And then just to up the fancy quotient as much as humanly possible, it's topped with an actual diamond. Just keep in mind that if you're planning a visit to Lindith Howe and want to sample the world's most expensive pudding for yourself, you'll have to order it at least 2 weeks in advance.
Yeah, I don't know about that. See, I knew these were gonna be crazy. Like, some of the food sounds good, but then the way they're just adding stuff, like making it expensive just to be expensive, that's where you lose me. Like, charge me, something expensive because I'm eating like Kobe beef or Wagyu or, some nice truffle, but throw a gold leaf on my shit? Fuck your gold leaf.
The white Alba truffle, found only in the Langhe and Montferrat areas of northern Italy, is one of the priciest foods on earth. They're extremely hard to cultivate and highly sought after. But from October to November each year, you can visit the region's truffle fair, which attracts buyers from all 4 corners of the globe. Even regular truffles can fetch up to $300 per pound. But the white Alba, recognizable by its cream-colored flesh and distinctive marbling, is only for those with insane amounts of money to burn. They generally go from $3,000 to about $23,000 per pound, and some larger specimens have sold at auction for truly dizzying sums of money. A Hong Kong real estate investor shelled out $160,000 for a truffle weighing about 3.3 pounds, and in 2010, a pair of them sold for a whopping $330,000.
What a jerk off. Liquid gold, okay. What do we got? Let me guess, you just really
The world's most
gold.
expensive food is actually a beverage, and there's only so much of it that exists in the world. It's a 1907 Heidsieck, far from the world's oldest champagne, but it certainly has a more interesting story than any vino any of us have ever tasted. In 1916, the Swedish freighter Jönköping, which counted several cases of the wine in question among its cargo, was sunk by a German U-boat, and it remained at the bottom of the ocean for 80 years. Fortunately, these conditions were ideal for champagne storage. The pressure on the ocean floor was roughly the same as the inside of the bottle, and of course the precious cargo was shielded from light. The ship was raised in 1997, and about 2,000 bottles were recovered, although not all of those were in saleable condition. You can buy the current vintage of the same champagne online for around $120 per bottle, but if you want to try the Shipwrecked version, which sources say is absolutely mind-blowing, bottles are currently going at auction for an incredible $275,000.
God damn, son. $275. That is kind of dope, though, that it was at the bottom of a shipwreck for 80 years. It would be cool to say you drink that. I don't know if it'd be $250,000 cool, but okay, I guess that's gonna do it. That's really what I expected it to be. You take some really good food and then you just throw some gold leaf on it, and there you go. Charge 6 figures for it. Either way, some of the food looked good. Most of it, let me know. Would you pay for that? I probably wouldn't. Either way, thank you all for tuning into the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave a like. If you didn't, just refresh it and give it one more chance. And as always, guys, I don't really